Hey, welcome into New World News. Today is June 28th, 2022, Tuesday afternoon, and one of the worst tragedies from the Mexican-American border just outside of San Antonio, Texas. 50 illegal immigrants were found dead in the back of a semi-truck, an 18-wheeler. Actually, 46 were found dead, 4 later died, and many more are injured or suffering from other problems. Now, this was discovered after a city worker, county worker, heard the cries from inside of the truck and went to the truck to figure out what was going on and opened it up to find the gruesome scene. Of course, police and paramedics responded, and unfortunately, 50 of those that were just trying to find a better life in America that have been pushed out through all of the politics and violence and drugs, just trying to get across the border, who were smuggled across in an 18-wheeler and then left on the side of the road in the Texas heat, succumbed to their injuries, and that is pretty much one of the worst stories you can hear coming out of that situation. I'm going to take you over and look at the story, and unfortunately this is going to continue to happen so long as that trade is there, so long as the drug dealers and the people are still bringing them across, the mules bring them across, the coyotes as they call them, and they can make money bringing illegals packed in the back of a truck, hundreds or thousands of dollars per person times 50, 60, 70 people in a truck. It's big business for them, and they're always going to do it because there's always going to be people looking to get out of that country to come to America for a better life. Unfortunately, it didn't end that way for these folks, but let's go over and take a look at the story. Okay, welcome over to The Guardian. This is a story I pulled up about the San Antonio truck full of illegal immigrants. Of course, it originally said 46 people, now updated to 50 migrants found dead inside the abandoned Texas tractor trailer. Mexican foreign minister mourns huge tragedy as the U.S. investigates efforts to smuggle people across the border. 50 suspected migrants were found dead and at least a dozen others hospitalized after being found inside an abandoned tractor trailer rig on Monday on a remote back road in southwest San Antonio. Discovery in Texas may prove to be the deadliest tragedy among thousands of people who have died attempting to cross the U.S. border from Mexico in recent decades. It prompted Joe Biden to issue a statement Tuesday pledging to continue to do everything possible to stop smugglers who work to sneak people in the U.S. without permission in exchange for pay, often with these deadly results. Incidents underscores the need to go after the multi-billion-dollar criminal smuggling industry, preying on migrants and leading too many innocent deaths. A person who works at the building nearby was alerted by a cry for help shortly before 6 p.m. on Monday. Officers arrived to find a body on the ground outside the trailer and a potentially opened gate to the trailer. Initially, 46 were dead. The others died after being taken to the hospital, bringing the total to 50, 39 males and 11 females. I've now heard that it is 51. There is 12 females. Last story that I saw. Among the dead were at least 22 from Mexico, 7 from Guatemala, and 2 from Honduras. The nationalities of at least 19 others who have died have not been identified. At least 16 of those in the trailer were taken to the hospital with heat-related illness, of which 12 were adults and 4 were children. Patients were hot to the touch and dehydrated, with no water or air conditioning was found on the trailer, he said. There's a map of where San Antonio is, just across the border, an hour and a half, not supposed to be. We're not supposed to open up a truck and see stacks of bodies in there. None of us come to work imagining that, they said. So there were statements from Mexico and Guatemala. There's sweltering heat in Texas right now, so really a shame. And there is a look as I scrolled up there on the truck. You can see it with all the emergency personnel. Really sad story. Something's got to be done about this. I don't know if we can ever stop it. There's just a huge border. The border wall is not, it's an option, but I don't know that it'll stop it completely. They'll always find a way, but it might help. Maybe it's something to look into. Who knows? I don't know. They get across the border in trucks without going through walls or without going through any other, illegal ways. They cross the border legally, but they don't know about all the people loaded in the back of it. So really sad story out of Texas and San Antonio. Appreciate you guys watching as always. If you could hit the like button and subscribe, I really appreciate it. And if you have any comments you want to leave, please do so down below and I'll read them and respond to as many as I can. Thanks as always, and I'll see you in the next video.